guys, so I'm here with my very first art journal page. I've seen a lot of tutorials online, and I'm a member of 2 Facebook art journal group pages, and I've never had one and never done one myself, so I thought I'd go for it after seeing so many people do so many beautiful art journal pages. So this is my first art journal page. It's not as free, I guess, as so many that I've seen. I was a little nervous doing this, and so I watched Marta's with Maremi Smallart. I'll put a link to her channel below. She does a lot of great tutorials, and she did a series called Breaking the Blank Page, and I had this for a few weeks, this journal, and I've been nervous to try it, and I don't know why. I know that probably sounds silly to some people, but I couldn't come up with an idea. And in one of her videos, she talked about focal points, and I remember these trees that I had that I got at a scrapbooking garage sale years ago, and I never ever touched them because I love them, but I didn't know what to do with them, so I just left them alone. And I guess that was kind of a good thing because I used them for this. So I had listened to her talk about focal points and different things that she does. Sometimes she has a focal point, sometimes she has a product that she wants to be the main attraction, and different things that you can choose. Sometimes it's a quote, blah 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 blah. So on and on it goes. So for me, I just stuck with a focal point for this because it was my first, and so I used these papers from something else that I've had for a long time and never touched. Bo Bunny's Weekend Market Collection. It's gorgeous. I love it. But I don't know about any of you, but I have had this bad habit for a very long time where I called myself a collector. I collected lots of art materials, lots of scrapbooking materials, crafting materials, but I never used it because I was always nervous, never had the nerve to see what I could do with it. I love to watch tutorials, look at everybody else's Facebook pages and their art and their blogs, and just never had the nerve to do it myself. So in the past several months, I've decided to just go for it. So I'm using up stuff that's old, especially when you consider how much new comes out in a year. So my stuff is really old, some of it, but at least I guess I'm using it now. So I had a friend who was the same thing, a collector, and eventually she just sold all her stuff and just never bothered with any of it. And now that I am starting to use it, I'm loving it more and more every day. So I'll put a link to all of the supplies that I listed below. And I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. A couple things that I learned doing this page. I don't have the acrylic inks. So for me, I just went with the ink pads that I had, but they come off on your fingers even a couple days. This sat for a couple of days, and even today rubbing around the stars, it still came off. So the fluid acrylic paints are the way to go, I think, for this. And even though I don't have any, I have regular acrylic paints, but I might water them down a bit and start using them instead, because I think they'd be easier to use, and I think you don't risk them coming off like the ink does. So I went too heavy on, in my opinion, on the black gelato that I used for this, and once I did that, I had to take out the ink again and try to move it around a bit more and stuff like that. So that was just a tip, maybe using like a black marker. I know Vicky, she's someone that I follow as well on YouTube. She has these gorgeous Faber Castell markers that move. I don't have those either, so I wish I did, but I don't have those, so gelatos were what I went with. But I think I would try and find a movable marker after this. Yeah, so I think that's it for this one. I can't think of any other tips or anything. I thought of things while I was going through this, and I should have wrote them down. But anyways, I guess it's live and learn when it comes to art journaling, because another thing I learned, my silks, I use a copper silk. Which one was it? I believe it's this one here. Luminart Silks Acrylic Glaze. No, sorry, not the iridescent blue. It was the copper, the iridescent copper. and this one, the iridescent copper, but it's still the same. It's still the acrylic glaze. And because I used ink, I believe, it blended in. It took up some of the blue, pulled the blue ink into it, so you couldn't notice it very much. So then I put on white titanium paint, and this was after it's set for 2 days. It still pulled up the blue. So I really couldn't get the white to be white on this, and like I said, acrylic paints I think are the way to go for anything. If you're going to layer up with other inks or any kind of material that's fluid, I think you're going to have to use the paint for that. So anyhow, this is my very first page. I'm going to try and date it. So it's May 1st. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Hope I inspired you to try something of your own and not do what I've done for so many years and let your supplies sit there and just collect dust. Hopefully you can be braver than I was for the past few years, but as brave as I am now, I guess, now that I'm trying it. So yeah, I hope you liked it. If you did, please like the video. If you're enjoying my videos, I have many more on my channel. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in a couple of days with another project, and I'll see you then. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.